Hi guys! So yesterday I posted a video where I shared all the K-pop things that I bought since January, and I mentioned in that video that I was still waiting on a few packages from a few different sellers, and one of those sellers was a new shop that I wanted to try out. So you may have heard of this Korean shop called Aladdin. It's one of the more popular kind of book and CD dealers in South Korea. But they also have a US branch where they offer a very special deal for those who live in the US. So I heard about using their US site through a friend who bought Hot Felt's new album. And I was just so amazed by how fast she received her Yenny albums. They were basically within a week of the album's release. And so in this package I have my Day6 albums as well as GOT7's new Blu-ray concert from their spinning tour. So I did open this just to double check that this indeed has Day6's albums since that was released a little bit after GOT7's Blu-ray. And they're both in there, which is exciting. And I also received posters, I think, for Day6's albums, which I was not expecting. It came in a tube here. So I'll share that at the end, what those look like. But I'm going to give a breakdown, I guess, at the end of this video of how much I paid, because honestly, this is probably the best deal that I found for buying K-pop albums within the US since the pandemic kind of started happening. And as you could see, I received them very fast after release. So I'm going to open this up so you can see how they package things. So they don't use a ton of bubble wrap except to kind of loosely wrap things. So everything seems to be in good condition. So it's not as well packaged as, say, Cash Up CD or some other overseas sellers, but I'm pretty happy with the condition. They seem pretty pristine. And there are my pre-order cards, which I'll get into later. So I guess in this video I'm going to do a mini review of Aladdin, and I'm going to give the packing maybe a solid B, because I think it did its job, but it's not as safely packaged as I've seen some other K-pop sellers do. So that's something to keep in mind, but the shipping was lightning fast. And I'll explain kind of the process of how Aladdin works at the end for those who are interested in using them. I'll take this out of the way. And I'll just do a quick unboxing of these. So I believe the cover images are different. And with Aladdin, they usually do random versions. So it looks like they sent me the same version of the albums, because one has a flower image and the other one has a member image. But they did send me two different covers, which I guess was nice. So I believe this is, I saw some Twitter images floating around that which member goes with which one. I believe this is Young K's, and I'm not sure which member this is supposed to be, but I'm going to get into these and do a quick flip through and show you what cards I pulled. Alright, let's start with this one. So it's a nice book packaging, which they've been doing for their Book of Us series, I guess. And yep, this is Young K's. So we have his poster on the interior jacket. And this is what this version looks like on the outside. And I'm just going to do, I guess, a quick flip through. I'm sure there's more thorough unboxings already posted online from those who live in Korea. But as many of you guys know, I'm a big Day6 fan. I guess I would consider myself a Mayday. But their music never disappoints me, and this album is no exception. I really do like their title track, Zombie. Both the Korean and English versions. I guess I'm actually going to flip through this page by page. But I do like all the songs and how cohesive the album sounds, which I think Day6 does really well, especially with their mini albums. But I think my favorite is Afraid, which I think is, or I think that's a lot of Mayday's favorite song. And I think considering kind of what Day6 are going through right now, it's something that's, I think, resonating with a lot of their fans. And like, these are the cards, so I'm gonna set that aside. I haven't done an unboxing like this for ages. So that is what this version looks like. I'm not going to do a flip through of the other one because it's the same version, but I will show whose version this cover is. So, okay, so this is Sungjin's, who is my second bias in Day6. So Young K is my bias, for those who do not know. And I'm going to pull out these cards and see what I got. So with this card, I got Dowoon. Oh, got double Dowoon. And okay, looks like my pulls are the same. And Sungjin's cards, and looks like we have units on the back. And these are different. So these bookmarks, I have J's and Wonpils. And again, for the pre-order bonus, we have these lenticular cards, which are kind of cool. So you have their face and kind of the same position with different clothing. So this is Wonpils and then Sungjin's. This is showing well on camera. So I'm very happy to have these albums so quickly after their release. I'm kind of amazed actually that I'm holding these now. And I did end up ordering more copies from the Subcase shop because they had a promo with a free additional photo card set that they're including with all of their pre-orders in collaboration with JYP. So I guess they're official kind of pre-order goods just through their shop. So I do have 2 copies of those arriving, and with that, you're able to actually choose which version you have. So I do have the version I'm missing, as well as additional of, I'm blanking on what version this is called, but this version. And I guess quickly I'll just share what GOT7's Blu-ray looks like because it's here. Or rather, I'm going to share what the poster looks like right now, just to wrap up Day6's portion. So apparently I just got 1 poster, which is fine because I wasn't expecting any, and I got Wonpils. I did get a little dinged because there was a kind of a big dent in the tube, but again, for something I wasn't expecting, I'm not complaining. All right, so now for GOT7's Blu-ray. So it does come with a set of photo cards, which I'll flip through quickly. All the members, and then you have a group. Is this? Oh, it's like a film card. I thought it was lenticular for a second. With a group picture here of them in Seoul, and then this is the tray that contains all the discs. And then a quick look at the contents on all the discs. And then lastly, we have a very thin photo book of some pictures from their Seoul tour. And so this is actually thinner than their pre-order bonus that they included with the Die albums. I didn't look up unboxings for the DVD version, so I'm hoping that at least had thicker photo books, but yeah, I always go for Blu-rays over DVDs though, because the quality is far superior. So yeah, that's all what that looks like. So I'm not really a fan of these tray kind of packaging because it's very easy to damage, but I'm glad I have this finally, and I get to rewatch their spinning tour because I did see them in LA, so I'm curious how the Seoul concert varied from my experience seeing them in person. Alright, so to wrap up this video, I'm just going to talk more about buying from Aladdin's website as a US resident. I don't think this site offers special shipping options for other countries, unfortunately, but for those who live in the US, this will be hopefully helpful for you, because I know it's very difficult to find good K-pop stores to buy from at the moment due to delays in shipping and all of that. I was actually talking to Rosario, who's Remain in the Sky on YouTube, and she mentioned how Yes Asia doubled their minimum shipping requirement in order for you to get free shipping. So it's kind of crazy how much the shipping kind of landscape as international K-pop fans has changed just in these last couple months. But to get into, I guess, the numbers, how much did I pay for these things? So for the Day6 albums, these were less than $17. I believe they were $16.94 each. And so they came with the pre-order bonuses and I guess a single poster that was rolled instead of folded. I guess if you compare that price to Yes Asia, that's substantially cheaper. And I actually just got my Yes Asia package in today that I ordered over a month ago. And that was before they increased their minimum shipping threshold for free shipping. And so far, Aladdin easily beats them out on both of those aspects. And then for the Blu-ray concert, this was more expensive because it's a Blu-ray thing, and so I paid, I believe, around $68 for that. So I think that's about the same as how much you would pay for other shops comparably using DHL shipping. I didn't really look around because I just saw that the Day6 albums are a really good deal and I was interested in getting this, so I just kind of put both of them in my cart and went for it. But in order to get free shipping from Aladdin, you need to have a minimum of $50 worth of goods. So it's slightly more than what Yes Asia used to be. They used to just have $40 as the minimum requirement. But now that it's $80, this Aladdin option of just $50 is a better option. I've also noticed that Aladdin has things that some other stores don't carry, such as Hot Felt's album. They're one of the few stores that you could actually buy her limited album from, in addition to Yes24. But they do have their limitations on what they do offer. I don't think they offer a lot of goods like photo card sets or anything like that. I think they're kind of strictly books, magazines, CDs, and DVD Blu-rays. So that's also something to keep in mind. And so why I was really amazed that this arrived so quickly, given I didn't pay a ton for these items, is because they use DHL shipping in sort of 2 increments. So what they do is they ship everything to their LA store, and then they ship those items to your address in the US. And what I think happened was they shipped this package through DHL to their store, and then they just forwarded that through DHL again to my address. So I don't really know how they could pay for 2 different DHL shipments and how that all kind of works logistically, but I'm pretty happy with how this order turned out. I know that their website's a little tricky to use. When I first signed up, I signed up for the regular Korean site and didn't realize there was a different member sign up thing for US residents. So in the description below, I'm just going to link where you can enter a US mailing address. The Korean one is just restricted to Korean mailing addresses. So don't make the same mistake as I did and end up making an account for the wrong thing. So hopefully that will help you. Their website is mostly in Korean, but you should be able to navigate things pretty well if you just look at their records is where they list all their CDs. And they have all the prices in USD. And when you go to checkout, entering your mailing address and payment options was pretty seamless, I found. So the hardest part about using them is creating an account. So hopefully the link below will help you with that. But that was everything I wanted to say in this video. I'm excited now that there's a new store for me to use. Whenever I have enough albums I want to ship out at one time to reach that $50 requirement. And I hope you guys also found this useful. Let me know if you've used Aladdin before in the past, or if there are other websites you guys have been using that you found really useful. So far, my go-to ones are, I guess now, Aladdin to order my K-pop albums. And then for Japanese albums, I've been using Amazon Japan like usual because they also offer DHL shipping for a pretty low cost. But that was everything. I hope you guys are well and staying safe. And I will see you next time. Bye.